Okay, this is an unboxing for the FiiO M15. This is their new flagship DAP. They're pricing it that way anyway. It's got dual AK 4499 EQ DACs, I believe. It's got that rainbow. I can't remember what was it. Ibeso? Another company did this same thing where you kind of got reflections. I think it was Ibeso. So the box is a rainbow, and it slides out. Like that. It's got some weight to it. And they're proudly announcing the dual AK 4499 EQ. I'll remind you that the M400, that amp DAC, has one of those in it, and it sounds brilliant. Open it up, and on the outside box they look like they're being Ibeso, and then on the inside it looks like they're being Astel and Kern. That's what this looks like. So within this box you have nothing. This is strictly a box. And this is wood. Save the trees. Or not. Portable high resolution music player. And we've got basically like a schematic of what's underneath. I don't know if it's laid out that way. Don't really care. It's supposed to be really truly balanced. FiiO has been using people as beta testers for years and years, and they finally release something over 1K, and they suddenly start communicating on that level. Shots fired. Yeah, I checked the internet forum, and when they were much more available to everybody, there's a whole thread, 35 pages, and I don't think they really hardly showed their face in it. I guess they're hoping, I don't know what, that they can snap their fingers and become Astel and Kern, much to the chagrin of everybody that fell in love with FiiO for being the alternative to the expensive stuff. In the hand, it feels quite nice. I did a Patreon event, and the person that's going to get the M11 Pro, this will be sent out on the weekend. In comparison, this has got very sharp edges. It's slightly taller, and it's basically the same thickness. It's just, it's got the weight. This feels heavier. So this will be going out this weekend to the person that's got it coming to them. Unless I totally feel not cool about this, and then I'll just switch that instead of that, because I like the M11 Pro. On the side, make sure I get this into focus. We've got a button, then we've got a previous, then we got a play, pause, and we got a next, we got a power button. I'm not sure what that would be for. Hold, or I guess lock all these buttons by hitting that switch there. On the top you've got your 3 outputs, which would probably be line out, coaxial, 3.5, 2.5, and 4.4. So you've got pretty much all the connections that you would need. And then on the bottom you've got a single SD slot, which I'm going to open up and put an SD card in, and USB-C connection. It feels nice in the hand. I prefer this rounded edge type stuff, kind of like the Sony ZX, a lot more than I do the sharp edge stuff, because that has to have a case, and I don't have one. This doesn't have a case, but doesn't really feel like it needs it. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this, and I'm going to slide a card in it, take this off, continue the video. Okay, we're back in. If you hear a cat, it's love season. Let them do their thing. Power button should be right here. blue light. Let's go ahead and peel that. Looks kind of cool, backlit. Yeah, we're out of there. Seems to be the basic operating system. Okay, that lock button works. Okay, I can't quite. Okay, gesture control. Got it. No, I don't, but let's just move along. That's a cool background. They're continuing with the, look what you got inside. FiiO Music app. Okay. We got 60% power right now. Are we starting up or what? Okay. Got you. Okay. Local music. Scan for music. Scan everything. See how long this takes. Could look at how the glass is set. It's flush. They've come a long way, haven't they? They were so ghetto. I actually liked the FiiO X5 Gen 1, not the 2. I thought the X7 first gen was garbage. I thought the second one was good. X5 Gen 3 was great. I'm a big fan of the M11. So this, I guess the indicator is also gonna maybe reflect the bit rate as we continue to go through the library. This is 3 gigs, I think. So my little rant there. I checked on the internet, and there's a forum that usually they start their own forums, but someone started the M15, and it looks like a bunch of people copying and pasting stuff, and nobody from the company actually got in. And this is before the holidays started, so they had to be aware that there was a thread with people asking about the device, but they chose not to really. It's I guess it's just me, but it seems that they're kind of feeling themselves a little too much. You got where you are because of your appeal to the average people, and now you're. Is it? You can correct me in the comments if you want, but I don't recall seeing a thread about an upcoming item of theirs where they just, because they didn't start it. Scanning complete, $12.98. That's not a big deal. Confirmed. There we go. Local music. Going to my albums. Screen looks good. It's not that much on there. It's a little janky first. It's not doing that thing that it was doing. Yeah, okay. Anyway, this is right out the box. This is DSD. I wonder if it's going to show me any light indication on the top. Maybe there needs to be. Not seeing any reflection up in here for, like, if this is a volume, there's no, it's showing me right here, but it's not giving me a number. Maybe I can set that. Pure music mode. Okay, we're in pure music mode. Is that going to show me a color? Do I need to do something to get that to do that? Scan for music, resume, equalizer, fire link, gapless playback, yes. Playthrough folders, yes. Auto access to lock screen album art, yep. Replay gain, USB output, DAP, MQA, language, reset database, Bluetooth, about. Let's go on about. There's no update right now. This is a little different. Last time I saw an about, it named the people that were behind the development. I'm pretty sure. Let me go back. Okay, now we're in full screen. So we're playing a DSD, but I'm not getting any light. I know you're thinking, who cares about the light? The screen looks beautiful. Looks quite nice. And you want to get sound impressions, that will be in the next video. What do you really think I'm going to say in the span of like 5 minutes? Sounds really good. It would be nice if, so that is showing that there's no volume, and then it's giving me this. So that's not, this is probably total. All on me. Back to main menu, album, check track info, EQ, search for lyrics and album art. That never works. Maybe in a future firmware. So as typical, you're going to be a beta tester and give feedback. That's got to have a light in it. No? It had a little blue light when I started it up, and I got a DSD and I'm playing it. Let me play another different quality file and see if I can get this is a high res file. Not getting any, it's not giving me the indication of the volume. What is this button? Success, add one to favorite. That's what that is? Song has existed in favorites. Yeah, I don't actually want that. So this is for favorites right now. That's enough of your time. That's the M15. There's cables that are inside it. Someone else should be showing you that. They sent this to, this was not sent by FiiO to me, by the way. This was purchased in China. That's got nothing to do with my lack of enthusiasm. It's the correspondence that suddenly kind of changed tone like 4 months ago, along with somebody else kind of taking over. So this is all about the gear, but when you're a company built on the hello friend, thank you friend stuff, that's kind of important. Where are your friends now? And why can't I change the volume? I can't tell where I'm at all. I'll update this if I figure out what it is in the settings. Let me check just one more quick time. So, okay, we'll go to audio. Split of output selection, low pass filter, wireless playback balance, all to DSD. I don't want everything to sound like DSD. Over-ear mode, adjustable AirPlay. Okay, it's not in there. We'll go to more. Keep it tethering. Okay. I'm just looking if there's any screensaver, display, sleep indicator, light control. Oh, here we go. Charging, pulsing, working. Okay, that doesn't do anything related to bitrate. Charging, pulsing. constantly on for now. For Christ's sakes, got an LED in there. I really was hoping that that would be like a neat, quick check, like bitrate indicator. You know what I mean? Like DSD, kind of like the FiiO Q1 Mark II's got a little green light that pops up when DSD is being played. Or if I'm playing a FLAC of 2496, it's green. If it's 192, it's blue or purple. If it's a DSD, it's white, like iFi devices. $1,400. Review will be coming. I'm going to do a listening comparison between I love the M11 Pro actually. I did a video called The Elephant in the Room about this, and that's when the tone changed. I think I said in the video that I predicted that would happen. Not sorry. This will get its fair shake. IBESO, Canon, all the companies that I'm not super fans of, but when they make it, I got the DX160 on my table right now, and I show it in every video because it gets super hot when the PEQ's on, but that PEQ works perfectly. So it's about the gear at the end. If this is really super awesome, then I'll wreck it. If not, I won't. I hope they don't forget why they got popular in the first place, which was being the alternative to the companies that take big money out of your pocket and then kind of treat you like crap in a weird way. If you bought an expensive stuff, you know what I'm talking about. Bummer about that indicator light. I know you're thinking, who cares? It's all about the sound. When you bought the $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 DAPs, you realize that that is really very, very small. It's in the margins. Gild the lily for me, please. If I'm going to spend over $1,000, do a little more. You can see the milled other SD slot that they don't use. I actually tried to open that for a second because I couldn't see it. But it's a single SD because I guess the way that they put it together. So welcome to the audio snob level, FiiO. You're acting perfect. It's like you studying it. And I'm out. I will do a proper review. This is like 10 minutes too long. Don't care. I just did a walkthrough while I was looking for the pulsar light, see if it was some way to select what it actually does. So in doing that, I actually did a semi walkthrough. So accidentally did something with this video. It's supposed to be very powerful. Well, I'll check it out and see. There is no hype, so don't worry about that. Let me check the lock screen before we're out of here. So turn the power on. Okay, I can select that myself, I'm sure. No. Lock screen album art. It's on. So that means that if I'm playing something, so okay, I gotta play it. I'm playing it. Turn that off for a second. Turn it back on. I'm viewing full screen. I got it. Okay. Yay. That's nice. And back in there. So that button is, I guess you can set it for stuff, but at this point it's just a favorite. That's what that button is for. That's got to be assignable. It doesn't make any sense. And I'm out. Okay? You guys can ask questions, but I probably won't be able to answer them for a couple of days. That's the M15 that they sent to a couple people before their 2-week holiday and then just jetted on everybody. Yay. And I'm out.